Hey guys and girls, my name is Alan and welcome to today's gameplay commentary. As promised, I've got a Fortnite Battle Royale match for you to enjoy today. I apologise again for not having one up last weekend. Last Wednesday, sorry. I did actually get a video up at the weekend. It wasn't a Battle Royale match, it was an Uncharted 4 multiplayer match. I'll link that one on the screen now, so link it in the description below. And speaking of Uncharted, can you believe it? 3 potions, by the way. 3 big potions in the attic right now. This is, of course, an early piece of gameplay, very early, and the title of the video, well, kind of gives it away. So this is going to be my 5th ever solo victory, and I don't play a lot of solos, so this is going to be rare. Like, you're not going to see these very often because I just don't play solos. Oh, look at that, four big potions in the same house. And so yeah, enjoy it while you can. I play squads and I play duos mainly these days. Rarely touch solos. Maybe if I'm really bored, if I'm trying to do challenges, or maybe if I, for whatever reason, to be honest, I don't know. I don't think I ever play solos, not intentionally, not these days. So yeah, enjoy these while you can. Granted, I'm going to be honest here, it's not the most entertaining match you'll ever see, but that's the reason why the video is so short, because I do cut out a lot of the boring bits. So I leave in all the action, obviously, and then I cut out all the boring bits, so you get to enjoy like the meaty parts. And obviously, I'm just going to commentate it and talk about it as I always normally do. So I was going to make today's video sort of a double header. I was going to put 2 gameplays in one, but because I don't have a lot of solo footage, the next time I actually played solos was like a couple of weeks later, and my skill level increased quite a bit in that 2 weeks. So it felt a bit weird putting in this gameplay where I was not great. You know, obviously, I'll be honest about it, I'm not great. I'm better than this guy. I'm not great, but I'm still better than this guy who I just outgunned. He didn't land a single shot with a pump, by the way. He just stood there, just waiting to die. But I mean, if he'd have landed this shot, he probably could have killed me as well. But I guess I'm not great. He's not great. He's just he's just worse than what I'm playing at. So yeah, the reason why it's just a single piece of gameplay is because, as I said, the next match was a couple of weeks later, and I kind of want to do it chronologically. And I know I'm really far behind, and what I'm thinking is, because there's things like limited time game modes, which obviously by the time I get around to posting them, they'll have long, you know, like it would have been ages ago since you last played it, so it's kind of irrelevant at that point. So I might later in the week put in like a blitz mode match. I did play 1 or 2 games. I didn't really enjoy it, but you know, obviously I want to share the footage, and yeah, I got some decent kills, so obviously, you know, share that while I can. So I might do that later in the week, but obviously chronologically that's going to be well out of sync with these games, because this was recorded, just to give you some sort of reference, December last year. Well, obviously December last year, not December this year, was it? And yeah, it's just one of the few solo matches that I'd have recorded and kept, and also I managed to get a win from it as well, so that was quite nice. That dude there, I mean, again, he probably should have killed me in that situation, not gonna lie to you. I was busy looking at the loot, but at this point in the game, I'm sort of experienced enough to know that if there's a loot pile somewhere that hasn't been looted yet, the chances are someone's probably watching it or about to approach it, because obviously it hasn't been looted yet. So yeah, that's why I was being a bit cautious. I saw this guy in the distance. Fortunately, I managed to land my shots and he didn't connect, so therefore I walked away with the win from the engagement. But it could have been him that easily taken me out. Right, so this bit here, I fast forwarded because I wasn't really doing much. I was just checking like empty bases, trying to get into the circle, trying to close in. And the circle's not huge, but there's only 8 of us left, so it's not a lot of people left to find. And I sort of just went from bush to bush. And I know that some people disapprove. If my friends see this, they'll disapprove for sure. But again, this is very early. As I said, this is December last year, so I'm still learning the game. I don't play a lot of solos. I keep saying it, but it's very true. I'm not saying it for the sake of saying it. I don't play solos a lot, so I don't know, I just don't really enjoy it. And so one of the tactics I use to get the W's is to just play it cool, play it safe, camp it out a little bit, let the enemies fight, and then come in at the end and try and steal the win. Maybe that's why I don't enjoy it, because it's very boring. But if I play aggressively, I sometimes lose a fight, I get aggravated, and it just doesn't motivate me to play the game anymore, because I've lost the gunfight when I've been so close to the end. So if I play it cool and I lose, well, you know, at least I get a top 3 finish or whatever. And what I'm doing here is trying to sticky aim to see if there's enemies hiding in the bush. Right, so moving on to generic topics with Fortnite. And again, this is kind of old news now, but was it last week or the week before? I woke up, I checked Twitter, because I sort of disapprove of it, but it's one of the things I do these days. I wake up and I sort of check my phone if there's any notifications. I hate doing it because I'm the sort of person who I would prefer to have a face-to-face conversation with someone, but I use Twitter a lot more these days because it's a great source of news. And anyway, so I woke up, checked my Twitter feed, and I was reading these tweets about Ninja playing with Drake, and I was like, what's going on here? So I thought I was, you know, obviously I was half asleep, right? So I thought, okay, maybe it's someone else. Maybe there's a famous Fortnite player called Drake that I don't know about. And I was reading it, and I was like, no, this is the Drake, as in the singer Drake. And it was true. Like Ninja has played with Drake, and okay, Drake obviously isn't the best Fortnite player in the world, but he is, he's a celebrity, right? So it makes it intriguing, and I don't really care about the fact that Fortnite played with a celebrity. Like, it doesn't make a difference to me. I don't really care about following celebrities and stuff like that. But what really interests me is that Fortnite has now got to this point where celebrities are openly playing it. And I'm not saying they don't play games in general. They probably do play a lot more than what we think. But Drake has decided to team. Well, okay, we don't know the ins and outs of it. I imagine Fortnite paid Drake, or Drake paid Ninja, or Ninja. Man, no, Ninja didn't pay either of those two. So someone paid somebody to play with each other, and then obviously promote the game that way, because enough people were watching it at the point in time. I think it still holds the record actually as the most single. So Ninja's obviously an individual, and he was watched on that evening when he was playing with Drake by a crap load of people. It was like hundreds of thousands of people, which like broke the record on Twitch. And then, funnily enough, earlier this week on YouTube, some other YouTuber was streaming, and he got like 1 million viewers, concurrent viewers, which is just insane for this game, right? This game's been around for like about 6, 7 months now, and it's just insane. Like as I said, top Fortnite players teaming up with celebrities, records being broken for viewerships, and then also there was another fact that YouTube, Fortnite is the most uploaded gameplay of this month on YouTube, which is just crazy. And I suppose that leads me on to the topic that I was going to talk about today. There's not much of this footage left to go, but I think Fortnite has really grown to a point where it's such a good game because of the fact it's free. I don't know if I think I talked about it in the previous video. I don't know if it would be as popular if it was a paid game, but the fact that it's free, and obviously people are having a lot of fun, and I haven't bashed a game like this as hard as this since probably one of the early Call of Duties, like COD 4, MW2, Black Ops 1, that sort of thing. I used to play those games like every night, a couple of hours a day, just enjoying it, just ruffle stomping pubs. Okay, these days I don't ruffle stomp in Fortnite, but I play it like almost every night, and I play with friends, and it's just, I have a lot of fun on it. And even when I'm not playing, I kind of think about it from time to time. And obviously I post a lot of videos regarding it as well. And that's just something I don't do with other games. Okay, Uncharted, sort of a special case. I played a lot of co-op as well, actually. That's a good point. In terms of co-op games, I played a lot of Uncharted co-op. So that, I suppose, rivals the multiplayers of Call of Duties in the past that I played quite a lot of. But Fortnite is the most recent multiplayer that I've really put in a ton of hours into. And it's crazy that this game is free, and they fund it mostly from skins and things like that. And I don't really buy skins. I've never cared about cosmetic stuff, but I know that some people would like it, and obviously they shell out a lot of money because these skins aren't cheap, right? But it's their money; they can do what they want. And so it's just crazy that something like this can be so popular. And so I suppose congratulations to Fortnite and Epic Games for making it so well, for it being so successful. Who knows how long it's going to last? That's the big question. Like, I was talking to my friend the other day, and he reckons he'll still be playing it this time next year. I'm not so sure. Well, I'm looking forward to the next Call of Duty this year, and obviously there's other single player games I'm looking forward to get stuck into. And speaking of single player games, I am currently posting Uncharted Drake's Fortune on my Players channel. I did talk about it in several previous videos now, so I'm going to upload the entire thing on my Players channel. The first couple of videos are already up. I'll be uploading daily from now on my Players channel, so check it out. I'll link it on the screen now, description below. But yeah, so that will do it for today's video. A little bit shorter than I would have liked, but hopefully I think I might do another video by this end of this week. If not, I'll try and get 2 gameplay commentaries of Fortnite out next week, and I'll try and upload a couple of live gameplays as well, because there are quite a lot of footage that I do want to share with you guys and girls, so stay tuned for that. As per usual, if you enjoyed the content, consider tapping that button. I really do appreciate it. And as always, if you've got any thoughts you'd like to share with me regarding anything you've seen or anything we've talked about today, let me know in the comment section below. But until next time, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, take care, and I will see you later. And now it's hard to breathe.